Hello everyone and welcome back to World of Warships Blitz with Terry. Today we'll do something slightly different from what I've done before. We're not going to be doing a ship review, but we're going to talk a bit about a particular tech tree. But before I do that, I'm going to go off on a bit of a rant. So what we have here is the Kagero, the Japanese Tier 8 destroyer. And I've unlocked the Kagero relatively recently. That was before the 1.11 patch, which did a large nerf, in my opinion, towards the torpedo damage, because it made torpedo hits just so much harder, and it made it very, very difficult for boats that are exclusively torpedo boats, like the Japanese destroyer line, to be successful, in my opinion. So, and we'll have a quick look at the Cougars Loadout. She's not extremely fast with 34 knots for a destroyer, and she has very, very, very damaging torpedoes with a 610 millimeters. She has two launchers. They're quadruple launchers, so they, even on a slim spread, they will send 4 torpedoes out each. And they've got a 57-second reload time. Now, Japanese destroyers traditionally don't really have the speed, they don't have the ship skills, they don't get smoke screens or anything, they don't have the maneuverability. What they do have is long-range torpedoes. And the Kagero has 9.6 kilometer torpedo range. That is huge. That is very long range. The problem being that it's since the last patch, it's becoming a really big problem to do any damage with these things, because even battleships at that range, with the captain's skills of earlier torpedo detection and everything, can relatively easily avoid these torpedoes. And with a spread of quadruple torpedo launchers, you'll get a very wide spread. So you can send a blanket of torpedoes out at long range and do something with them, but you don't get the massive damage numbers out, which means you have to get close. And I mean, I've got the Kagero down to 5.4 kilometer surface detection. Yes, so I could shoot from 6 kilometer torpedo range, but still, these torpedoes have a 57-second reload time. So that means about a minute where you can't do anything. And if you're missing with half your torpedo spread against an enemy battleship, you only do about, what, 15,000 damage maybe at tier 8. You can't even shave off half the health of a tier 8 battleship with a torpedo spread from relatively dangerous close range. Once you start using the guns, and I mean, she has 6 guns, and they're decent 127 millimeter guns, but this is not a gunship. This thing's meant to be stealthy, and I really, really struggle. Once you start firing your guns, you'll get focused that there are dangerous cruisers out there at tier 8 that can end you very, very quickly. Like you have to fight tier 9 games, right? You might hit something like the Neptune, and you really don't want to be in a destroyer when you get spotted and there's a Neptune around. So I really struggle with the changes they introduced in the last patch with torpedo hit rates and torpedo dodging. I do understand that they needed to have more dodging, because it was just too easy to blap battleships with destroyers, especially Japanese destroyers, if you can stealth fire torpedoes. But for me, it has made the Japanese destroyer line basically no more fun to play. I haven't had a single good Kagero game after the 1.11 patch was introduced. I tried the Akazuki a couple of times, and she's mildly better because she has triple launchers, so you get a bit of a thinner spread, and but it's not as much fun as it used to be. So, which brings us to something else I've been doing since I kind of stopped on my progression on the Japanese destroyer line. I picked up again the Soviet destroyers, and I had played these a little bit before, but kind of hadn't really matched my style. So I got back to them, and I am absolutely loving the Soviet destroyer line. So what makes the Soviet destroyers different from the American and the Japanese destroyers? The Japanese destroyers, as we've seen, are torpedo boats. They're stealth boats. They have low detection range. They have terrible turret traverses. They don't have much in terms of ship skills, and they have very, very hard hitting and very long range torpedoes. The American destroyers are a bit more the gunboat style. They have mid-range torpedoes. They have decent guns. They have good maneuverability. They get the smokescreen ship skill. The Soviet destroyers get nothing like this. Their torpedoes are crap. They don't get smokescreens. They get speed boosts. They're fast. They have amazing guns, and their torpedoes are pretty crappy. But now you remember that 1 minute reload, right? Let's look. I mean, I was a tier 8, but let's look at the tier 8 that the Tashkent. The Tashkent gets the torpedoes here. Gets 530mm torpedoes. They do a decent amount of damage. Yeah, they have a 4.5 kilometer range, which is, well, poor, and your base detection range is 6.9. So there's no way of stealth firing with these things unless you're lurking behind an island. But they've got a 40-second reload. So you miss, you get them back 2/3 of the time that it takes in a Japanese destroyer to reload these things. Plus, in the meantime, while your torpedoes are reloading, you have amazing guns, and you've got a good maneuverability, you've got a sturdy boat that you can go around and actually shoot people with. Now let's not get ahead of ourselves, let's go back to the start. So, Soviet destroyer line, I skipped this to tier 2 and 3, although they're good ships, but I'd assume everybody to relatively quickly get up to tier 4. This is the first tier where you actually have to start doing a little bit of grinding before you get anywhere. So the Itziaslav. Let's look at the Itziaslav. And she's got little health, almost no defenses, as we're used to. 35 knots is okay. As in terms of speed, she's got a really, really good turn time. This is a very nimble ship. And look at the guns. She's got 5 102mm guns. They've got a 5-second reload time. And the turret traverse isn't great, but they've got a 5-second reload time. And they do almost 300 high explosive damage. So while your torpedoes are reloading, and they're reloading very quickly, you can pelt battleships with your gun and try to set them on fire. Torpedoes, triple launchers, 3.9 kilometers, little damage, but 30-second reload, right? So again, what I said in the beginning, you're getting up to a battleship, you're firing your torpedo spread, or a cruiser, you're firing your torpedo spread, half of them miss, you get a couple of impacts, but not much, you got to get out of there, you got to dodge. Well, with this thing, you can shoot them with your guns, and in half a minute, you've got another torpedo spread ready. So something misses is no big deal. Whereas if you miss with a Japanese destroyer, you got to wait forever for things to reload before you can have another go at it. So really, really nice ship. I've enjoyed her quite a bit. And okay, she's a tier 4, so most people don't really know how to dodge torpedoes at tier 4. Starts around tier 6 when people when you get people who know how to do this. So once you are through tier 4, you hit the Podvoisky. I hope I'm not mispronouncing anything too badly today. The Podvoisky is quick. Look at that, 38 knots almost out of the box. 3-second turn time. This is upgraded, by the way, because I've been grinding through this ship. She has got 5 guns, 130 again, the excellent 130mm guns, 6-second reload, almost 400 high explosive damage. You would most of the time fire high explosive with these things. Maybe if you're fighting other destroyers, you could use the armor piercing, but most of the time I'd stick with the high explosives. She's got a 4% chance of setting fires, which is an excellent thing to do, and she's getting 2 triple launches, again with a 40-second reload, which is really quick, and a bit of a better range of 4.5 kilometers. So you can hit things with these torpedoes, because what this does, this low torpedo range does, it actually forces you to get in close. It forces you into a knife fight with other ships, and you don't get smoke screens, right? You can't do the thing you can do with American destroyers, where you get into range and then you smoke up and you fire your torpedoes and you disengage. No, this is Soviet destroyers. It's like, get in there, get your knife out, get close in, really, really close, get like 4, 3, 2 kilometer close, dodge, weave, evade, and try to blap your torpedoes in at close range and just basically be absolutely reckless and bring great confusion. I've taken my Soviet destroyers round the side, around the flank, and just right in the middle of the battleships, fire torpedoes into them, guns blazing. You get hit, you lose health, you dodge, you get out of there again, and you have great fun. And Sometimes you die, sometimes you don't, but I've done amazing things with these Soviet destroyers that I haven't been able to pull off in such a consistency with the Japanese destroyers at all. Because you shoot at long range with the Japanese ones, you get lucky, you get a great hit. But 2 times out of 3, you get unlucky. Somebody either sees the torpedoes or changes course, and all your torpedo spread goes nowhere. And you can't really use your guns that much, or you can't fire that much, because you can't give your position away. So with these things, that's all not an issue. So that's the Podvoisky at tier 5. And I'm currently at tier 6 with the Gnevny. Let's have a quick look at her. I love this ship. I've got some really amazing results. She gets the second ship skill at tier 6 now, and as is custom. And that's the rapid reload, which you normally see on American battleships or American cruisers. Which means, if you could have a quick look, you get the gun reload speed down by 15%. And the guns are already great. The guns are already, they're 4 guns. They remind me of the guns on the Sims. They've got a 5-second reload. They've got an 80, I've got the turret traverse to 18 seconds. So you can dodge and do all manner of things. They do 420 high explosive damage and have an over 4% chance of setting fire. So these guns are great. And the torpedoes, again, they don't have the range, 4.5 kilometers. I think they're the same as on the Podvoisky. But they've only got a 40-second reload time. So most of the time, you busy yourself a bit with your guns, and then your torpedoes are ready again, and you can come in for another run. You can zip across the map with these things. You can be everywhere you need to be. And she's a really great ship. I have never bothered even looking at the concealment, because you can't stealth fire with these things anyway. So it doesn't really matter that much, even if. And I don't disengage. I don't try to get back into stealth with these things. I've got 8-kilometer range on my guns, so I'll just weave about. And more often than not, I've had situations where battleships were trying to shoot me at range, and they have no chance to hit you. They can only hit you at close range because you're just way too nimble to be hit at range, and they get so infuriated because they keep shooting back and keep setting them on fire. Other things you can do with these guns is you during your run-up, because you can't stealth fire, you got to run up head first into the enemy. During your run-up, try to set the ship on fire, try to make them use your damage control, and then hit them with the torpedoes, and if you're lucky, you get a nice permaflooding in. And then hit them with the guns again and set them on fire again on the way out. So these things are an amazing amount of fun if you know what you're doing. And this kind of goes up. So the Minsk, I haven't unlocked her yet, so I haven't played with her yet. But she's fast. Look at that. She's almost 40 knots out of the box, and I haven't even upgraded this ship yet. She gets the same excellent 130mm guns, and she gets quadruple launchers. So I don't know what the spread's going to look like, but again, I don't really care because she has a 50-second reload time. And the torpedoes are not my main thing with these ships. It's the guns that I really like about these things. And then we get up to the Tashkent that we've looked at earlier. The tier 9 is going to be the Kiev. And she's got 15,000 health. She's got over 40 knots base speed. Great turn time still. 6 guns in twin turrets. 5-second reload. 4.5% chance of setting fire. This 30 degrees turret traverse speed. 30 degrees. I think my Sims has got 25. So this means your turrets are basically always going to point in the right direction. She gets quintuple launchers, which I'm not overly excited about, because again you get a wide spread, but it means the reload time's starting to get a bit longer, but still 56 seconds, getting close to what the Japanese do. It's the guns in these things, right? These are gunboat destroyers, absolutely. Torpedoes are great for ambushes, lurking behind things, and or hitting unsuspecting battleships which are focusing on something else. Lastly at tier 10 is the Khabarovsk, and I'm not so sure about her, because that's not a destroyer. You see that, right? That's a light cruiser. If ever I've seen one, that's a light cruiser. It's a very, very fast light cruiser, but to me this totally looks like she's got an 8-second turn time, for goodness sake. What's the point of that? My Minotaur has a better turn time than that. And that thing's massive. How long is this thing? 114 meters. That's an abysmally terrible turn time. Now, she's got great guns. Again, 130 millimeters. She's got 8 of them with the same great turret traverse speed, but this is tier 10. and I'm not feeling this. She's got the quintuple launchers, again with the 56-second reload, 4.8 kilometer range, not the greatest torpedoes in the world. Yes, it's a gunboat. Yes, she's got dual-purpose guns for anti-aircraft, but this is supposed to be a destroyer. My base gripe here being the turn time, and just if I need to get close, I need to have a nimble ship, right? So 8-second turn time is not going to do it for me. Again, what was the Kiev? What did we have in the Kiev? 3.9 seconds, right? That's more like it. That I can get down to almost 3 seconds. That I can work with. So I'm probably going to stop at tier 9 with these things. But right now I'm at tier 6 with the Gnevny, and I'm having an enormous amount of fun. So this is what it's going to be like to play Soviet destroyers. You're gonna be YOLOing most of the time. You're gonna be in unexpected places. You're gonna be completely reckless. You're going to be setting things on fire, dropping torpedoes at close range, having exciting knife fights with other destroyers. And this has been one of the most fun ships I've been playing in this whole game. Honestly, the Sims used to be the premium American tier 7 used to be my preferred destroyer. But honestly, since I've been at the Gnevny, I haven't really used the Sims anymore. I will again, don't worry. But I'll do a video about the Sims. But the Gnevny has been great fun, and I'll show you a game, and we'll see how she plays. Okay, we're bottom tier. We've got 3 destroyers out there, a Molotov, which is a quite dangerous cruiser, and we've got an Isa, which is the half carrier, half battleship thing. But we've got a couple good players on our side as well, so let's see how that works out. Definitely got to watch out. We're playing Haven, which is usually a tier 7 and up map. Tier 7 and up map. So we're just going to go down A and then go towards B. Let's get down here and hit the speed boost. Right, engine boost. That's the Isa coming up there. Don't want to be spotted by him quite yet. I can do 45 knots in the first 30 seconds with the preheating captain skill, and with we're gonna be spotted by airplanes, are we? And with the general setup. So I've got the speed module in this installed. No, we're not being spotted. Nice. Okay, 3 destroyers. So let's switch over to armor piercing. Does a little bit more damage. There, we're spotted by plane. There's usually something coming up this way that I'm looking towards right now. Yes, there's the Mayhan. Okay. Let's start opening up fire on her. Can we do some decent damage with these armor piercings? Yeah, we're doing almost... Oh, there's the Molotov. High explosives. Okay, since we're here, let's do a run on him. No guts, no glory. Let's go for it. Okay, do you know what you're doing, Mr. Molotov? Do you know what you're doing? No, you don't. Okay, torps out. He's shooting armor piercing. Yes, he does. You see, that's what I mean. Usually you'd have gotten much better hits with this thing. I was expecting him to run into almost all of these. Okay. Well, so we've got to wait for the torpedo reload. Watch out, he's got torpedoes on the other side. And we're definitely in range. There they come. Speed boost on. Nah, you're not going to hit me like that. Should use your guns. Your guns are much more dangerous. Okay. Well, let's keep firing our guns at him then. Our torps are back up, but we're out of range. Ow. Actually, serious, can you kill this guy? I really don't want to fight this guy. Got other things to fight. We're getting too far away from the action here. Yeah. Should have led a bit more with the torpedo spread. That's the problem with the patch 1.11. It's really, really hard to hit with your torps. And now we're getting dropped by the Isa. Okay. They're all bunched up around C and D cup. So, yeah, serious, I'm leaving that one for you, because I'm better over there, otherwise I'm not going to make it back into the battle in time before anything else happens. Okay, there's the Akka, there's the Mayhem, he's flooding. Alright, good news then. Well, let's kill that Mayhem. Who was that? No time to check. We're not wasting our torps on this guy. Has he dropped, or is that the Akka? Why are you torpedoing this thing? I've got him. Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, he torped, but way too late. There's the Mayhem. What's that New Mexico doing over there? Okay, Mayhem is getting shot at by somebody. So let's see if we can do some damage to this New Mexico. He beached himself. Okay. Well, he seems to be stationary. I don't know where he's going, but I'm sending torpedoes central, hoping that he's not moving. Yeah, the Mayhem is torping us, but... Nah, my friend, not like that. Oh man, I wish I had saved my torps. Only got one on the New Mexico. Yeah, he moved. I'm gonna shoot this Mayhem then instead. Oh, how much do you want to bet that I beat your torpedo reload? And I can set you on fire. And you're not using your guns. You're an American destroyer. Use your guns. What are you doing? Oh well, I'm not complaining here. Is that a permafire on him? Oh, well, we're out. Okay. Oh, and he's dead. Okay. Let's see if we can do some more good here. Can we lob shells over this? No, but we can lob shells over here. Yep, there we go. Actually, I'm just gonna stay here and see that we can kill this New Mexico. Come on, die. Yes, gotcha. Okay, next. 2 down. We got 3 caps. And there's only 2 battleships left. Where are they? You want to leave something for me? I want to kill something. What's that over here? That's another New Mexico. Let's see if we can ninja that kill. Sorry. Wasn't trying to... Well, kind of was. Okay, there's the easer. Well, I've got nothing better to shoot at, really, at this point. So you can't really blame me for doing this. Yeah, someone else got this one. Well done. Good job, team. Good job, team. This is what it's like for me to play in the Gnevny. You just get in there, don't mind your health. There's a cruiser? Meh. Frontal attack, just go for it. Most of the time you're totally able to dodge the torpedoes. And you've seen the ships have tried to torpedo us, but yeah, we've ninja'd one of the kills, so definitely good on the Gnevny there that he managed to get this one. But we've done, look at this, we've done more damage with our guns than we've done with the torpedoes. We had a permaflood into the New Mexico, which was great. And this is, I usually do about 30,000 damage with the main batteries. Sometimes a bit more fires than this. It's a great ship. It's great fun. And just a quick look at the, sorry, not the equipment, at the armory for the bonus, for the elite bonus. You definitely want to go with the advanced HE shells. Just the improved chance of setting fire is great. And that's you already have great traverse, so the advanced rudder isn't giving you all that much. I've got her rigged for speed traverse. I mean, you could have gone with acceleration here and get the advanced traverse instead of the advanced HE, but I fire my guns so much. I love my guns. So since the turret traverse isn't that great, I went with a main battery mod, and I think this makes this ship really, really nice. My commander skills. This is the commander I've been upgrading since the beginning. I've got the underwater protection, obviously 1 and 2 for the torps. I've got preheating for additional speed for going for the early caps. Victorious Charge to just get some health back because there's nothing really else in this section. Definitely I'm going with Daredevil in this one because I do lose health a lot in this ship just because I'm going close in, I'm going into the fight. So Daredevil is great, and Generalist is great as well because it gives you a little bit of health back. So all in all, I'm totally enjoying the Soviet destroyer line right now with the 111 patch. I am going to go a little bit onto the American destroyers as well. But first, right now, I'm going to concentrate. I'm going to skip on the Khabarovsk tier 10. I'm probably just going to get the tier 7s, tier 8s, and then just do it, don't grind it anymore, but just do it as a regular fun thing and concentrate on something else. I've got another Soviet destroyer that I'm going to talk about next week. Just a little teaser, it's going to be the Okhotnik. And I'm going to talk about that one next week because that one is great fun as well. That's it for now. I hope you had fun and learned a bit of things, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.